Hi, this is Cheryl at Sea Spirit Tarot, and I'm here to do my daily Thoth lesson read. It's been quite a journey with the Thoth deck, and I am loving it. I am loving it. So, I don't know what to start with first. Start with, 2 cards came out today. I didn't choose, I shuffled. And for the Arcturian Star card, I don't know which one comes first. Wisdom. Wisdom. It's now time to activate our wisdom, our studies, our wisdom. I'm an old crone. I better have some wisdom, okay? A lot going on in the world. Takes a lot of healing. These are both red fiery cards. But I want to give heads up to healing with water, healing the water. I have a grid, a water grid for the earth that I got from when the shaman, Jack was his name, came here 4 times and worked with the waters in the Gulf. And we did crystal bowls full of water. We had all contributed. It was some awesome ceremony. But these cards remind me of the fire right now, and you know, call in the water dragons. Send some love in your water. Lacking some love. Australia also was a country where the England sent people that nobody wanted. The criminals. They got rid of them. They sent them to Australia. They sent them to America. Healing. Is that ancestral healing through wisdom that everybody's always talking about. That's sacred. To me, that is just sacred. For the goddess, I drew Isis and Osiris. Okay, now, I'm just learning. You know, I have tried to study mythology, I want to say, since I was 15, 17. Throughout my life, I've bought books. But what I want to say, there's, as we go through these karmic gates, things just kind of release, or a lot of it was getting rid of the nursing. So here we have Isis and Osiris, who together gave birth to Horus. Isis with, I don't know. I've been reading a whole bunch of it. It swims in my head. It is just fascinating. What I don't completely understand about it, I let the visual and I let it go to my solar plexus and I see how it feels. The cards, the tarot cards, Crowley described as a gate. You know, the book of law. And they are evolving process. And the energy is evolving process. And that's what causes us to change eons. It's kind of pretty. So now to the read. Our last card we got, we had the Empress. Then we had a 4 of discs, steady. And then we had the 10, of which, when you're at the 10 of discs, you're pretty much have accomplished everything. And I say that sounds trite. I don't mean it that I've accomplished everything. I'm just looking at it all as in cycles of evolution. So today our first card out, Yahuza, was the Queen. Am I right? The Queen of Swords. Is she not beautiful? She's crowned. And she holds a mask there. Or the head of the Hierophant, or the ego which we have removed, removing the ego. This is 20 degrees Scorpio to 20 degrees Libra, and it's interesting, it rules the 10 of disc, which was the last card that I had yesterday in my reading. I just realized that. And it also rules the 2 and the 3 of Sag, which is fire. No. Yeah, Sag. But she rules those cards, okay? But she rules the 2 and 3 of swords. My shorthand's messing me up. She rules the 10 of discs, which I had yesterday, and the 2 and 3 of swords. But what the card actually rules here is 20 degrees Virgo to 20 degrees Libra. There's 2 different ways they do that. So, what did I say? Virgo to Libra, yeah. Virgo gives Libra, she's all about balance. And Libras usually keep it pretty, they could be Saturns on the status quo, right? Status quo. Virgo gives the queen a practicability and a grace of a great monarch. She is individual. She is swift. She has accurate idea and actions. In spirit, she is gracious and she is just. She is our Rosh, as they call it, in the head, the intellectual. So there's where we get the swords and the disc. The intellectual, remove the mask, remove the ego. It's an independent woman, in my thing. Queen of thrones of air. So I've come to a place here now where we are working to be aware of our beingness, which will remove the ego. But I guess we still have to have that swords, the swords of which the inquest, what did he say, that is love. And the Queen of Swords has been through a lot, and she is well balanced. I just want to show a picture of her because she is so gorgeous. Up in the clouds with her sword of truth that she has just used in enlightenment. Second card we got is Major Arcana. And this is the Chariot. The child of the powers of the water. This is the moon. This is a Cancer card. Cancer, the crab that hides inside. The moon rules, the moon of feeling, with Jupiter of expansion exalted. So that means Jupiter can exalt your sorrow in your head, of reflection of the moon, the emotion, energy in motion, or it can make everything expansive and glorious. Actually, even including your body, depending on where Jupiter is and how you're working it. So this is a Cancer card, and a few things I wrote down about here. The Hebrew letter for this card is Abrahadabra. Abrahadabra, which is the formula for marriage of the micro and macrocosm. Now, we learned in the Rider Waite that this is balancing ourselves, our virtues and I'm going to use words that are probably not appropriate, sins, our lower yearnings with our higher divine. But here it's the marriage of the micro and the macrocosm. And suddenly this makes more sense to me in the book I read, The Sea Priestess, because that's exactly how they went about doing what they did. This is this Cancer sign. Yeah. Cancer, the glyph for Cancer, see that? The 69. It's right here. Male and female, perfectly balanced and prepared, and exchange to 2 to 1. Now this is where earlier I was reading about the solvency of the 2 to 1. It's starting to come to me now how to understand that. To the elixir of life, which is Eucharistic talisman of unlimited creative potential. This picture is depicted per Lady Harris of how Levi, what's his last name, drew it. But he's in the Magic Dawn. You see his books there. So, I'm going to take this so far that we got, oh, I've already lost the Queen. I am the Queen. How can I lose the Queen? So I've come to a place, or we have come to a place that we thought was kind of secure. But we have many more masks to remove. I don't know where the mask is over here. Be it the mask of the hermit. Where is it? There it is. Of structure that has held us down. Of the hierarchy. And it's time to come into a balance. That is a gorgeous card. Golden blue. Blue. I'm working on my blue throat chakra. This is, no one's seen my channel. This is the job my guides, Merlins, whatever, gave me to do. I'm to do a daily reading. Put it on YouTube. This is for my throat chakra and my solar. And I shouldn't even say this out loud because once the word is spoken, but they have not sent me out into the world to read tarot yet. And since I'm returning, I don't feel confident. So this is the school of me. I am doing this. So at the school of me, I'm removing that ego, balancing my chariot. And here we come to adjustment. Adjustment. Which in the other decks would be justice, feminine complement of the fool. And this is, I love this. I read this before, I wrote it again. If I can just get a few key things of these cards, of the more divinatory, symbolic meaning each time, I am pleased. So here's my next thing. Balance against each thought, its exact opposite. For the marriage of these is the annihilation of illusion. And there we are here with the marriage of the elixir of life. This is Venus ruling with Saturn exalted. This is a Libra card that makes perfect sense to me. The dignity, the beauty, the love, and the fairness of Venus, but working under Saturn. And here Saturn gives the balance. Saturn is the old wisdom. Ruler of balance, daughter of the Lords of truth. So, what a gorgeous day. The Queen of Swords. Major Arcana Chariot. And all of these cards, except for one point in there where I said about Virgo, Libra, the Moon, Jupiter. Jupiter is fire, but all of these cards basically live in the part of the zodiac that's the fall we're in right now. So I think that's pretty awesome. You know, there are no coincidences, only synchronicities. The two shaman cards I drew, and this is that deck I'm on the fence about back and forth. But inner journey, and that's what we're on our own inner journey. And the other one was patience. I mean, it's not either. It's a burden, but it's an ant, and it's an ant in the violet. You know, the sun shifted. So I looked up ants just to be sure I was right, and it's patience. Patience on our inner journey of love for ourselves and acceptance for ourselves. As the age of Isis and Osiris is being passed on, the eon, to their son Horus, the dawning of Aquarius, of which we are here to ascend. We are here to gain wisdom. and healing. And also, though it wasn't quite the same, but the sacrifice of the wounded man, this Jesus, we're past that. We're past, this was Immaculate Conception here for Horus. So we have here healing and we have here wisdom. Blessed be if you stopped for my School of Cheryl, my daily Thoth reading. I thank you very much. Many blessings, much love. Enjoy the beautiful, I just rode my bike 30 blocks on the seawall. Right here at 10 o'clock is the almost half moon. And then over there, and then coming back at like 2:30, I don't mean the time, I mean the placement in the circular, was this brilliant sun. There's not a cloud in the sky. The water is sparkling. People are riding bikes. People are walking the beach. It could not have been a more beautiful day to go out and absorb the elements. So I send that wonderful feeling that I got onto you. Unconditional love is the answer, and loving yourself is the start of it all. Many blessings. Goddess bless.